Hey, welcome everyone to Sonic Colors Part 3.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so what was the point of that
level.
first? No, not yet. Act 5.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I don't get it. Why did the axe branch?
For no reason.
Yeah, why do they do that? It seems incredibly redundant.
I think this is my favorite version of Sweet Mountain. The theme, I mean.
This is the Act 2 theme, I think, right?
Yeah, it is.
Because it doesn't sound like complete chaos and crap.
This is
I
actually
love
the
the guitar.
fastest tempo of the song. The
Yeah.
fastest tempo the main melody gets.
Oh look, you don't have that power yet.
We will eventually in Hi Buzz Bomber. Bye Buzz Bomber.
And you'll never see him again.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like, yeah, they bring back the badniks for colors, but they don't really do a whole lot more than the egg pawns. So I don't get why they didn't go all with all
think
for
they're,
one or all for the other.
Because the Buzz Bombers in particular, firing rate sucks. It takes them so long to shoot something at you, but that's, you could have homing attacked them like 4 times already.
Well, I mean, they only bring back a few, like Buzz Bomber, Motobug, and Caterkiller, right?
I think
Yeah.
Spiders too.
Oh, yeah, them.
I hate these things.
It's not that hard. You just gotta press.
It's a bit wonky though when you're having to go from spinner to spinner.
Mhm.
Well, you only really have to do that once. This is a one-level thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? That's another thing that why a lot of people love colors,
Yeah.
and me and too in particular, because each level has their own gimmick. You know, it's one thing that I think Sonic 4 is getting wrong. What Sonic 4 got wrong with Episode 1 is that, yeah, some levels had their own act-specific gimmick, but
They don't affect
all
the gameplay all that much.
with the exception of cosmetics, a lot of the levels just blended in together because of the similar, boost gimmicks, the spring gimmicks, boost pad gimmicks. Ugh. I think Episode 2 is looking better in that regard, but Colors definitely did that right.
Well, Colors also has a lot more time on its hands to do fun gimmicks. Sonic.
Look at all
4
these cheeseburgers!
Wilford Brimley's hell.
I actually had a cheeseburger earlier, and it was shit.
Yeah,
I wanna-
I'm drinking this Mystic Tropical Carrot shit, and it tastes horrible.
This level's just making me hungry. I want some good food, goddammit.
Well, here, let me show you an episode of Sandra Lee.
No. No thanks.
But you'll feel a lot lighter. That is, after you start vomiting.
Red Ring.
I
Total
haven't
system
watched the
failure.
Raws. I haven't watched the Raws. Are you doing any of Sonic Land levels?
No.
Okay.
No real point to it.
Speaking of which, the Sonic Land levels doesn't one of the acts in all of them like mimic a Sonic 1 level?
Every
They're-
Act 1 of Sonic Land is a level from Sonic 1.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I don't imagine Sonic 1 levels playing very well with the colors.
They
control
play
scheme.
okay.
They play okay, obviously not as great as what their original incarnations were, but then that's because of different controls and physics.
Yeah.
Donut.
Oh yes.
You apologize if our donuts are of the stay old variety.
That was a Homer Simpson donut at the end.
Now it's time for the robot generator.
So we're in Sonic CD now?
Something like that.
Experiences taught me to investigate anything that glows.
No!
What about the glowing Mephiles spike
I
that
still
killed you?
have that hole in my back.
It's a giant ship made entirely out of candy.
The best way to solve problems is to kick robot butt.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
You know, Eggman, how more transparently evil can you be? Is there going to be a sign that says, "You must kick 5 puppies in order to go on the ride"?
The pirate's like, come at me, bro! Yar!
Somehow I knew you'd say that. Let's dance.
Okay, I'll lead.
but only if I get to choose the music.
God damn it! Why'd you choose dubstep?
This is actually out of all the boss themes, this is like my least favorite one. It's still good.
It doesn't sound like a boss theme though.
It's not very memorable, I guess. It's also, I think, one of the more boring boss fights.
Yeah.
My favorite one is when we're I forgot the name of the whale, like the one that you're chasing after constantly.
Yeah.
That's the next one, right?
Yeah, that's my favorite boss theme.
Bounce. Oops.
Dude, I would have hit him like twice by now.
Whatever. Well, I wanted to get rings because I didn't have any.
You got rings when you broke the red thing.
Not when I got hit by him the first time, and
Well, there are two kinds of cannonballs. One's that detonate in your face, and one that actually has power-ups in it.
cue the airship theme.
There you go. That one has
Dun,
rings.
dun, 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 dun. Ba-na.
Well, what about Flying Battery?
No, this is an airship made out of candy. Candy. Whoops! What the?
You died.
Wait, you died? You died to him? Fail!
Wow,
Fail!
suck.
You fail! You fail!
Failure!
Okay, I think we got it.
You died to the gayest, the gayest.
No,
pipe
Johnny,
spot
continue.
ever.
This is your chance for revenge after Mario 2.
I don't rub it in, unlike certain people.
Hello, would you like to board my giant ship made of candy?
Okay, how did that happen? You jumped into him and you took damage.
Ugh.
How did that
Welcome
work?
to bad hit detection.
This is just reminding me of that Batman villain from The New Adventures of Batman and Robin with Batmite.
What?
What?
There was no. Well, which are you talking about? Brave and the
The
Bold.
cartoon
Brave and the
from
Bold.
the 60s.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Or what was his name? Like Captain Sweet Tooth or some shit?
Yeah.
It
sounded like
it
Rip
sounds
Taylor.
60s.
Yeah. You said New Adventures of Batman and Robin. I'm like, what the?
Like, I do not remember this guy.
No, it's like that's technically what part of it Batman the Animated Series was called.
That was a horrible joke, and I apologize.
Well, you didn't manage to get a drill power-up, because if you get one of those, you can take him out in 2 shots.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you don't have drill yet.
Because
It's
that's
being-
how Team Gurren rolls.
The boss is being quite stingy.
Yeah. And now it's dead. So yeah.
But before that, he has a seizure.
And you take his money.
Yep.
But the ship's still there.
Yar!
Who cares about the ship?
For Captain
And I still gotta
Farrell
be-
and the money he been counting. Meanwhile, Dr. Wily's castle.
No, meanwhile in Mega Man 8.
Best boss beating ever.
Not particularly. I mean, Ryan did die.
Sad am called. They want their gimmick back.
Trust me.
I do like how Yacker mimics character animations.
Well, I assume he thinks that's a better way to communicate than trusting Tails' shitty translator.
True.
I love how Sonic pretty much figures everything that's going on before he gets it fixed.
Well,
Oh.
he's done this before.
You only got a taste of it. Look at what happened. Battery is sort of an understatement. The funny thing, it was first translating as horrible body odor.
Well, how does this work? How do you get a translation machine like this to work anyway?
Well,
Don't you have-
he's secretly using Google Translate.
Baldy nose hair.
I think that joke falls flat.
I
think
can't-
so. I was actually gonna thank you, because I thought, like, I never found that funny.
I thought it was incredibly lame, to be honest.
Fuck you! You don't appreciate
Well, not only
great
that-
writing.
Not only that, Tails says they translate as Baldy nose hair, and then Sonic, for some reason, just adds Mick to that.
Intel.
So now he calls him Baldy Mick nose hair.
Because it's funny to add Mick to it.
To find Baldy McNose hair, of course. totally calling him McNosehair.
Yeah, I just don't find it funny. I mean, granted, you can't win them all, but still.
I think it's about as childish as the humor gets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, this is one thing about
Welcome to Seizure Land!
Anti-gravity, Johnny.
No, but I can't really say anything because the first 30 seconds of Starlight Carnival Act 1 is incredibly automated. You don't have
We're
to.
on a road, this is a rainbow road. This is the road that you go. We're on a road, this
Look
is
at
a
what we
rainbow
can do on the
road.
Wii.
And you will know when you get there. We're on a road, it is a rainbow road. This is the road that you go. This is the road you go when you die.
Also known as the only level where I'm actually ever been visually impressed by the Wii's graphics. Ever.
Hey, weren't those guys unleashed?
Yeah, they were, I think.
Oh, those guys, yeah, they were. More automation.
Now we're in a disco era.
But yeah,
Now
Starlight.
there's the Rainbow Road.
Yep.
Classic.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Cube.
I've become a thwomp.
Oh wow,
Essentially.
Sonic, you're such a square.
Boo. Eh.
But anyway, what I was going to say, one thing about Sonic Colors that I like a lot more than Generations is that they have cutscenes at the beginning and end of each level, or each world, which I think they could have done, which I think could have worked even better in Generations, considering the source material. I just don't know why.
Drawn!
I just don't know why they dropped that.
Someone at Sega probably told them not to or something.
Okay, this is beautiful.
Yeah, this is probably the best looking level in the whole game.
Well, just in terms of how much stuff they can cram in there.
Yeah, I was going to say something like that.
I
If
still
you had
think
that-
Aquarium Park is
If you
aesthetically
have
my
left, you
favorite
do not
area.
play this level.
Yeah. Moto bugs. Yay.
Hey, they're actually used effectively in this game.
Well, they're more of a threat here than in Sonic 1. Not saying a whole lot, but still.
That's why I said they're used more effectively here.
Now, you don't need to be boosting in order to hit them with the sidestep, don't
I
you?
was nervous about that the first time I played the game, but
Well, I mean, you should ever not be boosting at this point anyway, because the Motobugs give you boost energy.
Yeah.
Or at least some of them do. It's
You
kind
also
of
want
odd.
to be mashing that. You also want to be sidestepping constantly to get the quick step bonuses.
yeah, that's what I was doing.
Pretty.
You stop getting them after a while.
Because it
though.
goes to automation.
Yay! Flying battery.
That's a very phallic-looking ship you've got there, Eggman.
Random spring in the air.
I hated the launchers in Starlight Carnival because you can't really, especially during one later section, there's like 3 of them lined up next to each other.
Yeah,
And
you gotta go in the mid. You gotta jump over one and go to the middle one in order to get through the fastest.
Yeah.
Going on the first one's the slowest.
It's just that it always kind of controlled awkwardly for me because you're not in control of Sonic until he starts falling down.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
No, anyway, it took me a while to realize that Cube could, you could use Cube again while you're in,
The air.
well,
you
after
already
you
have it.
activate it once. And it also sort of surprised me that Cube could do stuff, could destroy blocks other than just the blue ring blocks.
Yeah, I was when we get to Planet Wisp later on, I'm actually gonna bring that up again because there was one point in Planet Wisp where your path is blocked by the black box with the multicolored center.
Oh,
the one
God
you
damn
use
it.
to
Let me
play
out.
Wisp. I had no idea that you had to get past that by using Cube's powers because, like you, I only thought Cube was used to change the blue blocks into rings.
Yeah, it's just like the rest of the game. You never need to use the wisps for. You never need to use the wisps, and that's the only part in the game where you do. So it's sort of like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Again, how is a normal person supposed to enjoy this?
I'm
It's
sorry
as if
to.
this was specifically built for Sonic in mind.
Half the world seems to be that way, actually.
The restrooms on this floor are out of order. we hope that you can hold it for another 3,000 light years. Or something like that. I messed up the quote.
Sean.